Hello, Pisces, and welcome into your reading. This is for the second half of September, and today we'll be taking a look at jobs and career path, love and relationships, and then life path and mission. So to start things out, we're going to take a look at what crystal God, the divine spirit, is encouraging you to work with for the second half of the month. So let's see what comes out here for you. Labradorite and celestial gold. So that card, this is about seeing the unseen and visionary capabilities. So we'll slide that one up here and keep that in mind as we go through today's reading. So here, let me show that to you in case you're interested. Labradorite, celestial gold. So that is the crystal that's being recommended, or that spirit encourages you to work with. And I've got one of those labradorites, and it's really very, very pretty. So certainly check that out if you haven't already. Okay, so a few things. One of the nice things is with Mercury going direct on the 15th, that is the last of the retrograde direct shifts that's going to be happening in September. So then we're going to have a little bit of stability until kind of middle of October. But we do still have Pluto, Saturn, Neptune, Chiron, Uranus, and Jupiter all in retrograde. So we do still have retrograde energy going on, but at least it's not this like flipping back and forth and things moving in and out. So it should be stable. So hopefully you'll be able to kind of navigate through that energy a little bit better when it's not fluctuating like that. So let's take a look at where your energy is sitting overall. Before we jump into the other part of the reading. All right, so we have Strength, Ace of Feathers, which feathers is swords, so that's Ace of Swords, and then the Magician. So you have the Strength card. Your Ace of Swords is going to be about new projects and kind of some clarity and some breakthroughs. So that's a good positive energy. And then the Magician is about transforming lead into gold. So that's really about creating new things, creating a better experience for you. And a couple other, I guess, celestial shifts that are happening. On the 23rd, we have the sun entering Libra, and that's going to be about like fairness and balance and partnership. And so kind of your desire to have peace and harmony is going to make you feel more decisive about things, like that you're intentionally picking to align with people and experiences that bring you peace and harmony and happiness. And it's kind of that sense of, yeah, I'm done with the drama. I don't want to deal with the drama anymore. So that is happening on the 23rd. And then on the 29th, we have a full moon in Aries. That's going to be our harvest moon. And that's a time to really align with your mission, because you have access to your conscious and your subconscious mind. So you can really kind of focus on what it is that you truly want, so you can align yourself with that. So those are some of the big things happening, but let's go ahead and jump in and take a look at jobs and careers for you. In the recent past, we have the Two of Swords in reverse, currently sitting in the Magician in reverse, with the Four of Swords as the likely next level of energy or kind of likely outcome. So in the recent past, you've had some sense of confusion, like there's no good choice, and some indecision when it comes to work, whether that's choosing a job. If you're in the process of looking for a new job, maybe there's some confusion about what is it that you want to do. Maybe if you're at a job, it's that sense of you don't really have a good choice. You don't know what to do about your job, that maybe it's not making you happy. So in your current energy, the Magician in reverse has to do with like wasted talents and a lack of planning and kind of feeling manipulated. So the picture that seems to be coming out here is that you feel like something's gone down at work, and you feel like you've been manipulated, and that's going to end up pushing you into this sense of deep thought and really a lot of contemplation about what is it that you want to do, where is it that you want to go from a work and career standpoint. So that's kind of where things are trending on the job front. But since you do have this strength and magician energy overall with your Ace of Swords, so that's your new projects and your breakthroughs and clarity, this seems like it's going in the right direction. So you're having a lot of deep thought about it, but you're going to be pushing through in the right direction. So some of the retrogrades that are happening right now, like Saturn being in retrograde, that's about how to attain your goals. Where are you investing your energy? So looking at that from a job perspective, if you feel like you've been manipulated and kind of that your talents are being wasted at your job, then it's going to give you that sense of thinking, where do I really want to spend my time and my energy? If it's being wasted here, why do I want to deal with that? So, and what popped out when I was talking was the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So that's about abandoning projects and kind of feeling unrewarding. So that, with your job, that's how you've been feeling because of the fact that your talents are being wasted and you're kind of being manipulated from a work standpoint. All right, let's move on to love and relationships and see what comes up for you there. In the recent past, we have 10 of Swords in reverse, currently Judgment energy, and then Ace of Swords in reverse as your next level of energy. So, sorry, the glare in here is really bad. Let me see if, does that make it too dark? Yeah, it does. So the 10 of Swords in reverse, you've been turning a corner and learning some decisions learning some lessons in the recent past. And you kind of have that, you've had that feeling of the only way to go is up. And so now you're sitting in that Judgment energy. So it's almost like you felt like you had hit rock bottom and, things are turning around, and that it is. So you're being, judged favorably. There's a sense of rebirth, renewal, kind of an awakening. And then your next level of energy, though, it looks like it's a little bit of like a confusion or a loss of focus. So maybe like things looked like they were going in the right direction, and then all of a sudden you have this Ace of Swords energy. So let's get some clarification on that. So let's take a look at, we'll call it, since this is for the second half of this month, let's call it the next 2 months. So let's look at like 2 months out and see what type of energy we're seeing 2 months out. Okay. So we've got 4 of Pentacles and 5 of Pentacles. So the 4 of Pentacles, that's about like security and possessiveness and kind of like a sense of materialism. And then this is about struggling and hardship. So it seems like you're kind of confused, like you thought you were turning a corner, but maybe there's another hiccup that's coming up for you, which it could be that you're having to confront some illusions. So Neptune in retrograde is about confronting your illusions, and Pluto's also in retrograde, and that's kind of the destroyer type of energy. So there's a lot with power struggles and then changing your toxic behaviors or beliefs. And so that could be coming up here to be resolved because Pluto's in retrograde until October 10th. So that one's the next one that's going to be kind of passing out of the retrograde cycle. But this is, the 5 of Pentacles is that feeling of hardship and kind of being out in the cold. So let's see from a timing perspective when things seem to be turning around from a relationship standpoint for you. And this is my timing deck. I finished getting the rest of my oracle cards and timing cards done recently. Once you let go of the past. So some of that's, if you can see that, once you let go of the past. So some of that's going to be a matter of, you thought you were learning a lesson and the only way to go is up, but it's almost like, did you really learn it, or was it just sort of you telling yourself that you had learned it so that you could be on an upward path there? So once you let go of the past and really live in the present, it looks like then that situation is going to turn itself around from a love standpoint. All right, let's take a look at what energy is coming in for you with life path and missions. Okay. In the recent past, we have Temperance in reverse, sitting in the Five of Cups energy with the Eight of Cups as the next level of energy. So, Temperance in reverse is about kind of like some imbalances and excess and kind of avoiding things, or ignorance. So as it pertains to your life path and mission, that's kind of that sense of, I'll get to that later. I just need to focus on the now. I need to focus on the 3D. But where that's leaving you is this feeling of loss. And then the next level that's coming in is kind of this letting go and abandoning some of these different beliefs that you had. So it's almost like you're so busy focusing on what society or what you have been telling yourself you should be doing that you're not actually sitting and thinking about, but what is it that I really want to do? So this, to me, this comes across as like kind of confusing activity with accomplishment. We used to talk about that at work, just because you're busy doesn't mean that you're doing anything. So don't confuse activity with accomplishment. And there is this energy here of like this new start and turning things around. So this overall energy that you have right now, with your Ace of Swords, with the Strength, with the Magician, you can turn this around, because in here, in this cup or in this card with the Five of Cups, yes, this figure is focused on the 3 cups that are knocked down over here, but there's still 2 cups over here. And that's a matter of, let's turn some of this lead into gold. If it's about transformation, let's literally flip the person to look the other way and look towards what it is that's still standing there, that's still a good option. And then the next level of energy coming in, the Eight of Cups is about like letting go and searching, so at this point, this figure's now abandoned the cups and they're off to do something else. But I think it's also, when you're putting them together, I think it's also a sense of, okay, let's abandon these ones that are knocked over. Let's just kind of start fresh. So I think there is some good fresh starts coming in terms of timing of when you may get a little bit of a clearer vision or direction as to where you want to go. Let's take a look and see what's coming through there. Oops. So that one came up at the most inopportune time, and then the one that jumped out was more than a year out. So there is going to be some, I guess, maybe delays in terms of finding your actual true purpose, life calling, mission, however you want to word it. But that doesn't necessarily mean that everything is lost until then. So it's not like you have no direction between now and then. So, it looks like things are going to be going in a good direction here for you. So I think, don't get too discouraged by this. Let's take a look at the Moon card for you. All right. It's time to release negativity. And so that's going to be applicable anywhere along here. So especially this, as we're looking at seeing the unseen. So what is it here? What is it that you're searching for? What is it that's not seen? And what can you help kind of bring to the forefront? All right. And here we go. Service. I feel good when I can help others. So especially as you're looking at what is your life path, what is your mission, and when it says at the most inopportune time, sometimes it's a matter of, you almost have to get to a point of saying, you know what, I'm not going to try so hard to try to cram these pieces together and make this puzzle fit. I'm just going to do other things. I'm going to focus on other things. And, so sometimes when it's, at the most inopportune time, it's like you finally settled into a certain thought or rhythm, and then all of a sudden everything gets uprooted again. But that's something, I feel good when I can help others, and looking at what is it what is it that you're doing that maybe that's part of your life path and mission, is helping others. All right. And let's pull one more oracle card here and see what comes up. If not now, when? So some of this, if you're looking at, maybe making a move from a job perspective and starting something new, don't be afraid to take that leap. If you're waiting for the hand of the divine to come down and literally pluck you from over here and put you over here, that's not going to happen. There will be opportunities. So when you're looking for opportunities, or if you're looking for signs from the universe, make sure that you're quieting your mind enough that you can hear the signs and see the signs that are more subtle as they come in. Because remember, your intuition whispers. Your ego and your fears, they're going to scream and they're going to shout and they're going to be loud in your head. But your intuition is going to be a lot softer. So as you're looking at transforming some of this, if your talents have been wasted and you're thinking, okay, I need to do something new that's using my talents, that's making me feel energized and feel alive, now's the time to do it. If not now, when? So and since you may not be able to see that, there we go. But I hope that you found today's reading to be helpful. And, like we had talked about at the beginning, during your meditations, maybe try using some labradorite. And I would say, especially here, this visionary capabilities and seeing the unseen, really pairing that up with the job front and looking at what is it that you want to do, what is it that you want to accomplish, and really kind of going for it. So as always, take only what resonates and leave the rest behind. So there have been a number of new videos that have posted. I'm also doing new different types of videos, like the pick a pile video, message from your person video, is this your person, twin flame videos if you're on a twin flame journey. So if you want to be alerted as to when those new videos post, make sure you hit the subscribe and notification bell. Otherwise, I wish you peace and joy along your journey. Until next time, bye-bye.